Hello, welcome again to the monthly video with the Slot.it news. We are a bit late this month, so without further delay, I will introduce you immediately to the latest Slot.it cars and to the latest Slot.it spares. Let's start from the cars. And I will start from the car CA41D. This is the Toyota 88C, as it was raced in Fuji 1000 kilometers in 1986. The car is like all the Toyotas, it's a fast Gr.C car. It's also a very robust car because the tail is and the rear wing is very well supported by these two sides of the car, as it was in the real car. The Minolta livery has always proved very popular. It's a very nice car, very elegant livery, very classic livery for the Toyota Gr.C. It comes like all our Gr.C with 16.5 millimeters rear wheels, 15.8 millimeters front wheel, and the inline 23,000 RPM motor. Next, second car for the month of November is the CA36E. It's the Lola, as it was raced in Sebring in 2014. It's a beautiful metallic red decoration, very nice decoration, Skyactiv Mazda. This car was powered by Mazda. Some of you may know that I am actually Mazda enthusiast. I have a Mazda RX-7 of 1982 and with the Bankel motor. It's a angle winder like all our LMP cars, and comes with the yellow flat 6 motor, the motor which is exclusive to Slot.it, which lowering the center of gravity. It gives a very competitive package. If you really want to see this car fly, you should add a RS 25,000 flat 6 motor. And so this is all for the cars of this month. This comes with a 28 tooth rear gear as usual, and 17.3 millimeters wheels rear and front. Next, 3 new white kits. We have the Nissan Skyline GTR R32 white kit, GS47B. This car, the real Godzilla, I don't have to add anything about it. And next, 2 Maserati Gt3 body kits, the GT3 and the GT4. Different shapes, different models, 2 different cars actually, they go with different chassis. So these 3 white kits are now on sale starting November 2021. Now let's speak about the spare parts that we are introducing this month. First, these tires. These tires are important. These are the G25 Compound Tires for the GT3 cars. In this case, the Nissan Gt3, but they can also be used on the Maserati GT3 or also with other cars of your liking. They are the tire with the biggest diameter that we have made so far. We've designed them specifically to fit into the GT3's modern wheel arches. And their code is PT. PT is our prefix for tires. 1323. 1323 is the code that indicates the dimension of the tire. G25. G25 is the compound. The code we use for the tires is made by 3 fields. PT is always indicates the tire spare. The 4 numbers, 1323 in this case, is the drawing number. So any tire with code 1323 would share the same dimension. And G25 could be G25 F22 C1 is the compound. So PT 1323 G25 is the latest tire with the G25 compound. It's recommended especially for our GT3 cars on Ninko and especially on Policar track. This is our tire of choice on those 2 track surfaces. Next, we have this cable. This cable is the same cable that we use on the SCP-3 metal cartridge, the high-end cartridge. As you know, the high-end cartridge for the SCP-3 can handle really very high amount of current, like you can use with pretty much any type of motor, including the very high-end motors that are used in cars like Group 12 wing cars on wooden tracks and so on. So we had to choose a suitable wire or cable. Well, this is cable. This is highly flexible with a lot of copper inside. I think off the top of my head is 2.5 millimeter square section, but it is also coated in a very flexible silicone wire. This means that this cable has been designed to minimize the stress on the cable itself, so it makes a very soft cable which is easy on your wrist, and most of all, it can withstand large amounts of current. Why do we make it available? Because it's a very important piece of equipment for your controller. So regardless of whether you choose one of our controllers or someone else's, you can use this cable. Or you can also use it in your power supply to bring power from the power supply to the driving station, or from the driving station to the tracks itself. It is very important to have a good quality cable in order to minimize the power losses, and this certainly is a very good quality cable if you decide to use it. Next, my haircut. I was just told I look like a porcupine today. I know this is what my hair looks like from time to time. I think my hair wakes up very angry from the wrong side of the bed sometimes, so it has to stay like this. And I'll speak about the next important Skyactiv SSD SP15C now. It's been designed as a replacement of the SP15B. It is only a design shape change, so everything that you know about the SP15B, which is exactly an SSD compatible, 100% compatible standard SSD device, it applies to the SP15C. Why did we redesign it? We redesigned it because it will fit our newest car design very easily. You can see it here. You just have to unplug the motor like this, take the chip. There's a little reference pin hole here. Align it to this pin here, like this, and then using this small clip, which is supplied in all modern slotted cars now, you slide it under this tab here and screw it to these two holes here. Now the chip is secured in place. All you have to do is to plug the wires like this and like that. I haven't screwed the chip in place, so it moves around, but now with a screwed in chip you are ready to go and put the car on the SSD track, and you can use it. So this is all for the SP15C. And while we were on the subject of tires and of Skyactiv track, we are releasing the same tires that are used on the Nissan Gt3 model cars. So again, PT1323. This comes as no surprise because it is the same shape as the tire that I've just told you before. So PT1323, but in this case C1. This is the tire that comes box stock on the Nissan GT3 car. The C1 compound is a good compound that is known to work well, for example, on Skyactiv Sport surface. So we'll move on and speak about some spare parts. This is the last part of the video. Most spare parts are for the Nissan 49, which is the GT3 Nismo. Let's start from CS49T. This is the chassis, CS49T -60. As always, our slotted code have tried to link parts with the reference car. So CS49 means that this spare part is for the cars that are cars 49A, 49B, and so on. So unsurprisingly, here we have the rims for the Nissan GT3. Rims follow a different nomenclature, so this is the PA82. They're called race insert because this is the type of insert that Nissan GT3 GTR uses. Two more spare parts for the Nissan GT3, CS49P, rear wing, windshield wiper, tow, hook, and rear mirrors, and so on. And transparent parts, CS49V. All the transparent parts are always and always with V. In this case, CS49V is transparent parts for car number 49. Another little bag of spare parts, it's the CS47P. Now you can guess what car these spare parts are for. Cars number 47, like 47A, 47B, which happens to be the Nissan Skyline GTR. And finally, we have the so-called ferrite man, which is a capacitor, a small capacitor, filtering capacitor, and the ferrite for your digital circuits, be it a Type C or Type B slotted oxygen system, or for the SP46, which is the Carrera digital chip, or for the Skyactiv SP15C that I've just shown you. And finally, last, we have SP48 spare flat cables to connect our digital chips with the latest SP44 lighting kit that we make. It's all for today. We are already into December. I wish you will have a good month. We'll have a new one more video before Christmas. But if on December 13 Santa Claus comes to your house, I hope that you will have a joyful day. Enjoy your festivity. I hope that you will have a lot of Policar and Slot.it and slot racing goodies under your tree or under your chimney. It's all for now, and as always, have a good day. Thank you for watching the video.